What is up, everybody, and welcome back to Code Vein. Are we doing it? Are we doing it? Okay. So last time we completed the fiery area, and now we've made our way back to the icy area. Reason being that we need to go down here and hit up this new path. Now you'll notice that there are some spots here where you can jump down. However, to my knowledge, there's actually no reason to do that, so we won't. But we're actually getting pretty close to the end now. I mean, relatively speaking, we still got a bit more to go. A few more areas to do. But ever since we abandoned our notion of 30-minute episodes, it's gotten a little bit sooner. Can always tell when a new area is loading because you start getting these small frame drops in these spots. So in between this one and the last one, I actually went through and mastered a bunch of skills. So that should be good. I got some new skills that came from the previous blood codes that I now have on Queenslayer, which should make me a little bit more effective in fighting. And here we go, cutscene. Shocking, I know.
見ろ。ただの廃墟だったところに忽然と砂漠が現れた。深海に侵され、薄れていく意識の中、決死の思いでここに棺を作ったんだろう。干上がった塩湖が砂漠となり、わずかに残った沼地の風は強烈な潮を吹きつける。エヴァが生まれたのは不毛の地だ。どちらかが血の渇きを迎えたなら、残った方が人としての最後を与えようと誓った。
Well, I guess you're going to be able to make good on that promise then, huh?
あの先で待っているのだろう。語りすぎたな。
Indeed.
先に行く。ここから先は俺たち二人の問題だ。
All right. Welcome to the Crown of Sand. Once again, not a super complex area in terms of being maze-like or whatnot. However, there's a gimmick, I guess you would call it, in these areas that makes them... Whoops. Wrong skill. Makes them kind of terrible. And that is that as you walk through the sand, you start to get leak, which is the status effect that drains your ichor. So that's not so good. So my advice to you would be to stay off the sand as much as possible. Although obviously it's not going to be completely possible all the time. We got more of these weird ant-ish enemies. But they're quite a bit stronger than the ones we met in Not Blighttown. I think the MJ310 is the one that I actually needed to upgrade these skills, or rather to master these skills that I spent a long time grinding for. I probably was grinding for over an hour in between episodes, but it's fine. The side effect of that, of course, is that I did get some levels as well, so it was overall pretty helpful. I hate these guys. Yeah, it didn't do much. So kind of like those fiery dudes in the previous area, these guys are the horrible monstrosities of this particular map. And the best way to deal with them is kind of to do what I'm doing right now, which is to try and stay in their rear as much as you can, anyway. Ooh, got a little stutter there. And then when they do this, you might just have to hit them through it. I can't remember now. Makes it kind of hard to dodge, though, as you can see. This is another one of the ones, by the way, where we want to gather all of the vestiges before doing the boss. Yeah, I guess we're just supposed to attack him out of it, now that I think about it. All the rolls that are not coming out. To be 100% honest with you, I most of the time just avoid those guys because they're terrible. Alright, you. So I think for the vestiges we need like A, B, C, D, E again. I think that's fairly standard across the board. Could be wrong, but well, we'll explore everything, and if that ends up being the case, then we'll know that we're good to go. Also, fortunately, I don't think I need to go back that way again, so we will just go back and restore everything. You know, actually a fairly effective way to kill enemies in this game is to find out what their elemental weakness is. That's not something I've really been doing, but it would probably be a good idea. But then again, why start now, right? Actually, physical seems to be pretty decent against these guys. But for instance, those ice dudes that were super strong, you can take out much more easily if you throw a fire buff on your weapon, for instance. And I don't know what these guys' elemental weakness is. But anyway. You can see we are given some consumables to decrease the effectiveness of leak. It probably makes sense to throw some of those on, but eh. Alright, well there's A and B already. Whoops. That's a shotgun dude. Or no, it's not. It's the kick dude. But either way, any of those red ones are absolutely horrible to deal with. So, just do that, I think. Hi. Weren't quite on it there with your aim. Okay. I think you can see that, right? But let's do this anyway. Oh, okay. Alright, good progress. That's already 3 of them. Now, if I remember correctly, there is a regen extension factor around here somewhere. I mean, it's a good bet because there's usually one in every area, but I mean around, like, here somewhere. Yeah, I think that's it right there in the middle. So, with that in mind, let me go ahead and kill these dudes first. It also occurred to me that, like, it probably makes a lot of sense to just constantly have on the health restore upon taking damage skill, right? Doesn't that make sense? Because it's not like the cooldown is that long on it. Ooh, and good to know we can start getting Queen Titanium here, which means that I can farm up some weapon upgrades and such. Alright, come to me. I'll just get my Ichor up. Okay. Increases the number of uses. I believe 10 is the max. So we're getting there. That'll give you a little indication of how close we are to the end of the game, right? Alright. Yeah, looking good so far. Alright, I do remember this, and I remember that this dude up here is going to do that. And I think that's a shotgun dude. Yep, I knew there was going to be one around here. Well, as long as you're going to just stand there, I guess I'll do this. So we might want to farm up some Queen Titanium. Probably not in the episode, but maybe before next time. To get some weapon and armor upgrades going. Right. Now one of these is actually a hidden path kind of thing. Ah. He sure is able to conjure that up quickly, isn't he? Yeah, so technically I guess I could have just waited and gotten those MJ310s or whatever. Although I'm pretty sure you need like 8 of them to upgrade skill anyway, so it wouldn't have helped too much. Nope. Okay. Alright, so now we get some spots where we can't really avoid walking through the sand. And so we start to lose some of our Ichor here. So I'm going to take advantage of this as much as possible. Get my Ichor up as high as possible. And then I'll leak as little as possible. Nice. I might be able to get another upgrade out of this thing. I hate those guys. We might actually just avoid that guy, in all honesty. Run in, grab the items, and then get out. Really? Yeah, in fact, that might be exactly what we do. I'm pretty sure this is just a dead end with items in it. The other thing you can do, and I may or may not have done this on playthrough 1, because I didn't have nearly the appropriate upgrades and everything. You can actually get him around the corner and do this a bunch of times, and then wait till he de-aggros. Although I don't think I can quite reach him unless he... Yeah, he runs over here. Anyways, we'll come back to him later, maybe. Let's get this guy, though. And this is where having this blood veil comes in very handy. Come over here, bro. Okay, pretty sure I'm not going to be able to reach that far. I go down here. It's basically all about just staying out of the sand as much as possible. Oh, I'm here already. Okay. Cool, cool. So this actually goes back down to the start. Weird cape thing going on again. Unfortunately, it's a really horrible run. Well, and it's not so much the run itself, but it's the fact that it takes absolutely forever because you have to ride up an elevator to get back. Anyways, we're doing fine on heals and everything, so we'll just keep going. And then we'll eventually get that one. Which will be our run back to the boss if we die, which we hopefully won't. I think I remember this boss's patterns a little bit better than I remember the previous ones. Alright, I think I might be able to reach him from here. Not quite. That's fine. Cool. We only need one more, right? A, B, C, D. Yeah, we just need E. Any fools hanging out over here? Yeah, I think even gathering all these MJ310s, it still wouldn't be enough to actually master any skills. We'd have to farm for them as well. My guess would be that the enemies in here also drop them. Yeah, we can probably just drop down. Oh, dear. Hey, everybody, check it out. We should be totally good to drop down here, right? Ha ha ha. I don't know why I expected it to explode like right as he landed, but whatever. Out of here. Okay, so... Yeah. We're actually almost to the boss already. This is a smaller area, I guess. Hi. There's got to be something over here, right? I'm very good at dodging those guys, clearly. I think before we fight the boss, we will go back and upgrade the weapon one more time. So I should now have enough. I think it's 4. Because I've already done 1 titanium upgrade on it. Yep, confirmed. They definitely do drop that. Okay, that's probably our last vestige right there. So we just need to go back and hit that one room that I avoided. You know what? Let's just go over here. And there's the shortcut elevator. So yep, boss is just right around the corner. Go ahead and pull this guy, I guess. And then maybe double back and check out that room. I just really hate fighting those enemies. Yeah, okay. Thought I might have been able to just sidestep that. Don't know why I thought that, but... Cool, that's fine. Okay. Anyways, now that that's taken care of, wouldn't be a Code Vein episode if I didn't have multiple really stupid deaths in it, right? How do I want to do this? So I do want to go back to that room, so I guess we'll just go this way. Probably be the fastest way to do it. And given the fact that we already have collected all of the vestiges... Yep. And we have the heal extender. There's not probably going to be anything in there that I actually care about, but, well, for completion's sake, I guess, right? Okay, so let us heal skill, attack up, poison. Just run in here and try and hit this guy. I don't think I'm going to be able to stack the poison on quickly enough. See, I hate when he does this because you can't really see what attacks he's doing. There we go. I guess you just have to hit him until it cancels out. Alright, well that wasn't too bad, I guess. Alright, what am I awarded with? Probably an armor set that I'm not going to... Hello. I'm not going to hello it, and I'm also probably not going to wear it. What do we got? Suicide Spur. Cannot wear it. It looks like it's this type, too. Really enhances offensive gifts, but I guess I can't. Yeah, can't wear it. Bummer. Okay, so at this point, I think we've explored... Oh, no. I think we've explored everything. Let us refer to our handy-dandy map really quickly. Yeah, it would seem so. So I think let's go back to base. I will upgrade my weapon, and then we'll come back and do the boss. Sound like a plan? I think so. Okay, and with that, we are ready to take on our boss. Now, seeing as we've already taken 2 stupid deaths this episode, I'd like to keep it at 2. That would be nice. Good news is that I think I remember this boss's attacks much better than I remember the previous ones. Hopefully. Hopefully. But we'll give it a shot. And in the interest of efficiency, I have already done the vestiges. Isn't that lovely? Definitely getting Kiln of the First Flame vibes from this, huh? Kinda neat. Also, I can say that I'm quite glad this particular sand does not cause any debuffs. That would be a shame. Alright, as for how we take on this fight, pretty much the usual way, I think. We'll stack on some buffs, and then we'll final journey it about halfway through. Seems reasonable. Now, in terms of the actual boss fight, I'm pretty sure this one tends to have pretty big wind-ups on most of the stuff, so you shouldn't have too much of an issue. There's one particular attack that is kind of tricky. That's a spin-to-win attack. And basically what you do is you don't dodge the first hit because it'll miss you automatically, and then you dodge the second hit. Otherwise, if you dodge the first hit, you get hit by the second one, and yeah, you'll see what I mean. Otherwise, I'm pretty sure when we get to Phase 2, we start getting some AoE stuff that has the potential to one-shot me, which is fun. Or Jack, by the way. Aww. It's actually a common theme, the bosses in this game, where for the most part they're not that big a deal, but they have like one attack that one-shots you. Always fun. Alright, here come the fun times. It's kind of cool to have a sand elemental boss, though. You don't see a lot of those, actually, surprisingly. Maybe because it's hard to animate. Alright, here we go. So there's the spin to win. So notice how I didn't dodge the initial hit, and it just went right over my head. Just about got the poison stacked on. Nice. Get my stamina back here. Alright, it's going pretty well so far. Alright, final journey time. Now we're going to get this big AoE whirlwind thing, and you want to stay away because those will explode and deal crazy amounts of damage. Possibly one-shotting you. Oops, good dodge. That was a double. It's okay. We know that now. It should be about all she wrote, though. Too bad. It was like 1 or 2 hits on me. Yeah. It's pretty decent. And we will finish up the episode, as per usual, with 15 minutes of cutscene. Good news is, I did save her.
いや、まだ終わりじゃない。会いに行こうぜ。もう一度。何をバカなことを。
Clearly you were not here for the last several episodes.
そんなことができるわけ。
And as usual, we'll go ahead and skip. And see, Jack isn't really an edgelord. He just cares too much. Actually, he's totally an edgelord.
辛い思いをさせてしまったな。
そんなことないわ。何もかもを失っていた私に、あなたはもう一度光を取り戻してくれた。この声も。
You know I'm just gonna bring her back, right?
ジャック。いつかはこうなる運命だった。侵害を受け継いだ時から。それでも私は幸せだった。あなたがいてくれたから。
ああ、俺もだ。
あなたはあなたの使命を果たして命を燃やし運命の時が巡るまで精一杯生きて。
エヴァ、歌ってくれないか。俺のために。
Like, seriously, you know I'm just gonna revive her as soon as she turns to ash, right? And if I wasn't lazy, there were probably hundreds, maybe even thousands of edits I could have done right here, inserting different singing, but nah. And like I said, we're just gonna do that. Now, how come she gets to keep her original form, but the other ones don't? Maybe it's because she was in her original form while we were doing the fight. Oh, there we go. Louis filled in the blank there. That's nice and all, but you should do something about your tattered clothes, I think. Aww. Well, I'll just stand here and sort of awkwardly watch. So we are going to call it as soon as the cutscenes end. I remember the next area being kind of a nightmare. It's sort of like Cathedral of the Sacred Blood 2.0. So that should be fun. But we are going after Juzo Mido, the sort of kind of big bad of the game.
作り出しているのはシルバだ。何？
どうしてそんな真似を。
暴走したクイーンと戦うにはどうしても戦力が必要だった。そのために多くのレブナントが生み出された。結果的にクイーンを止めることには成功。
So basically, we fought fire with fire,
外の世界には
and then created a fire
たちが暮らしてい
that
る。
was just as bad as the fire that we were fighting with fire.
赤い霧がなければ血に飢えたレブナントやロストが野に放たれてしまう。それだけは防がなくてはならなかったんだ。
Yeah, and that really worked out well for us.
お前たちのようなレブナントばかりであればそんな心配もきっと必要なかったのだろうがな。砦への道を開こう。急げば奴に追いつけるかもしれない。一つ警告しておく。忘れるなよ。侵害を持つ者は常に暴走の危険をはらんでいるということを。
Well, I know that if I start to frenzy, I can count on you to kill me, like you did before, so,
いい目に育ったな、新入り。
right. So, we will go ahead and call it there. I'll take a look at this blood code and see if there are any skills that I'm interested in, and maybe level them up before next time. But until then, I hope you enjoyed. We actually have 2 bosses next time. Or is it 3? I'll leave you on that cliffhanger. And I'll see you next week. Until then, everybody.